Hello everyone, it's Ukeme. You're welcome to today's episode of Pages Highlights. It's the start of a new year and it usually comes with a lot of people setting out goals for themselves. It could be personal goals, business goals, career goals, financial goals. Regardless of the goal you're trying to set out, self-discipline is a key determinant on whether or not you achieve your set goal. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you should do, even when you don't feel like doing it. And this could mean sacrificing some momentary fun or pleasure. This is what is called delayed gratification. So now I'll be highlighting the 9 disciplines described by Brian Tracy in his audiobook, The Miracle of Self-Discipline. So the first discipline is the discipline of clear thinking. It was Thomas Edison who described thinking as the hardest discipline of all. This is true because the quality of your thinking determines the quality of the decisions and actions you make. Thinking requires real effort because the more carefully you think about your decision, the higher your chances are of making the right decisions. One of the key highlights I noted here is about problem solving, which requires a great deal of thought. If you're dealing with a situation, write down every detail of the problem. As you're writing down the details, sometimes the solution just pops. This is what is referred to as thinking on paper. To think clearly, try to find solitude and find a place where you would be less distracted. Another way is to go for a walk while reflecting on your experiences. This is one thing I do a lot, take a walk and just reflect on my experiences. Finally, to think clearly, you must be willing to understand what your assumptions are and ready to admit the possibility of your assumptions being wrong. And then, most importantly, you must be open to accepting change. The second discipline described by Brian Tracy is the discipline of daily goal setting. Daily goal setting establishes focus and concentration. The ability to focus is an indispensable skill. Unfortunately, it is something that can be learned. The key highlight I had here is to write down my goals in personal terms. And this is because it's only you who can use the relative word I. For example, if you're on a fitness journey, you could state the goal you intend to achieve by the end of year 2021. For example, I weigh 60 kilogram or whatever measurement you use by December 2021. When you write your goals this way, it becomes more personal, and then you go on to develop a system that can actually help you achieve these goals. The third discipline described by Brian Tracy is the discipline of daily time management. We all have 24 hours in a day, but have you ever wondered why some people are able to achieve much in a given day and some other people complain of not having enough time? If you don't know what you are set to achieve in a day, you can't tell if you're making good use of your time. You can manage your time better by making a list of everything you intend to do in the course of a day. You can also do this by organizing your lists of priority and start with the most important and make sure you complete it before moving on to the next. Discipline yourself not to do things that are below value. Discipline yourself to concentrate on a task before jumping on to the next. This particular point got me thinking because most times I love to multitask. I might be doing like 3 different things simultaneously. In the end, it might seem like you're trying to achieve much at the same time, but if you focus on one item, one task at a time, you end up completing it quickly compared to when you're doing like 5 different things at the same time. So it's easier to focus and deliver the best. The fourth discipline described by Brian Tracy is the discipline of courage. Brian states here, force yourself to do what you know you should do. Learning to practice courage is a habit that should be cultivated. When you do things you fear, the death of fear is setting. So just do it. Whenever you feel afraid to do something, just do it, and the death of that fear is setting. The fifth discipline is the discipline of excellent health habits. And this reminds me of a discussion I had with my friend Sophie. It was 1 a.m., of course, and it was on New Year's Day, 1 a.m. We're so excited to be in the new year. I was on a call with Sophie while in the kitchen searching for what to eat because I was hungry. And this got us talking about healthy eating. We both agreed that we needed to start eating healthier. Even if you're like me, who would hardly gain weight no matter what you eat, think long term about your body. You might be 25 and taking soda or other carbonated drinks every day, and it shows no impact on your health today. It's the tiny habits that compound, and when you're older, you may have to deal with the impact of your decisions on your health. The sixth discipline is the discipline of regular saving and investing. Make up your mind to get out of debt and stay out of it. Develop the habit of saving at least 10% of your income. And when it comes to investments, make sure you don't lose money. Invest in things you understand, and always have like an emergency fund put aside. And remember, when it comes to saving, it's the consistency. It's your habit of consistently saving that little drops that makes the difference, that matters most compared to just saving one chunk. For instance, you could decide to save a particular amount every month. It's your consistency and the habits that you develop in saving, no matter how little, that accumulates into a huge fund for you. The seventh discipline is the discipline of hard work. Brian Tracy says here, the harder you work, the more doors opened up to you. Do not waste your time. When you're at work, put your head down and do the work you're paid to do. He advocates on starting an hour earlier, getting up a little earlier, getting organized, getting started, and understanding that work is not fun. Although personally, I feel like it's okay to get up and stretch at your desk and not waste a lot of time. I also feel like, because Brian Tracy advocates on even eating at your desk, not getting up from your desk at all. But I feel like lunch breaks are a good way to relax, and of course, you do not have to be involved in long chit chats, but you can develop healthy interpersonal relationships with your colleague. On working an hour later, I feel like you should maximize your work time so that you do not have leftover work that stretches when work time is over. Just understand what works best for you, really. The eighth discipline is the discipline of continuous learning. And he says here that you should try to develop yourself personally as much as you can. Read stuff related to your field and even stuff out of your field, because learning increases your earning. The more you learn, the more you increase your ability to earn. And the benefit of continuous learning are actually life-changing. The ninth discipline described in this book is the discipline of persistence. Don't quit. Always remember your why. Remember the reasons why you started. Drive yourself to complete the tasks you started. Persist until you finish. You're building yourself into a better and stronger person by persisting when you feel like quitting. When you feel like quitting, try to go a little bit further. Persist until you actually complete the task. I felt like quitting something I started because things were not going as planned. And a friend said something to me that just stuck. She was like, if you quit now, how would you know what success looks like? If you quit, how would you know how it feels like to succeed? Success is something that feels very good. You hear a lot of people telling you their success stories, but if you dive deeper, beneath a lot of all the success stories you hear are failed attempts. It's the courage to continue that makes the difference between a winner and a quitter. I hope you got some great highlights as I did. Thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed the content I make, Consider subscribing to my channel by hitting on the subscribe button. Also hit on the notification bell to get personalized notification whenever I make new uploads. And don't forget to share your thoughts with me in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. So bye for now. I'll see you in another episode. Once again, Happy New Year. I hope you have the best of 2021. I hope you enjoy 2021. So bye for now. I'll see you in another episode.